events out here, Coach, just like your days of training camp, right? Exactly?
No, it was great. Now with the pads on, a little bit more physical, gets a whole lot more fun.
Okay, so Matt Ryan, he comes in. Everything I've heard from everyone is just about his intensity in a good way, his leadership, the way that he has really stepped into this role. But tell us about the Matt Ryan effect.
Yeah, it is the intensity effect. And it's on all the time. Just such a pro, very businesslike, very, let's get our work done, let's compete. This is all about us coming together as a team, the competitive toughness that we need. He's been a pro's pro.
How does the offense change with Matt Ryan? I know you had Carson Wentz last year. Now you have Matt Ryan, a guy who's seen a lot of defenses, former MVP. Does the offense change a lot, being that it's a new signal caller?
Probably about 80 or 90% of it will stay the same.
Okay.
But 10 or 20% of it, we've gotten a lot of input from him. We've watched all of his Atlanta film and said, hey, this looks exactly like what we did. Let's fit this in here. Talk to Matt about it. But it's been great. It's been a great collaborative effort and should be an exciting year.
You have some young talent at the wide receiver position, and you finally got Reggie Wayne in here. Tell us about that addition.
Man, I've been hounding Reggie.
He told me about it. He said every year, Coach calls
About how many times have you asked him?
50 times. And but I'm very persistent, as Reg will tell you. I just knew this was the perfect. I wish you guys could see him. He's awesome. The guys are responding to him. He's doing his thing. The receivers are getting better. We got this young group that nobody thinks that we got a group of, like they think, oh, the Colts skill is there down here. We'll see. I'm looking forward to the season.
Talking about some of those young skilled players, Alec Pierce, we were just talking off camera about him a little bit, man. What can you say that this rookie class has brought to this team? Because you got a lot of guys out here flying around, and it seems like they bring a unique energy to this team.
They really do. There's a toughness, there's a competitiveness to him, and Alec from day one, knows that he belongs. He doesn't want to try to figure it out. I know I belong here, but he still has that respect, as being a rookie. Same thing, with all our young guys. We got Jelani Woods, right?
Big guy.
Drew, talking about the skill guys now, and then Drew Ogletree, right? And then Nick Cross on defense, and then, of course, Bernard Raymond on offense. That's a really strong rookie, those first couple picks, and we expect him to come in and contribute in a big way.
Flipping it over to the defense, what have you seen with Gus Bradley coming in here? Because we just talked with DeForest Buckner a little bit ago, and he was glowing and so excited about all of the things that are different now in terms of the way he used to play in San Francisco, with Nate Ollie coming in here with the defensive line. So what have you seen from the defense?
Well, first of all, with Gus, any player who's ever played for Gus, you are just going to hear them like, this guy knows how to connect with the players. And I always feel like on defense, that's a big part of it, right? You got to play hard. You got to play all out. And, so Gus does a great job at doing that, but he also does a great job schematically. It's been fun to kind of get to know him, to kind of work together. Really feel like that whole defensive step, getting John Fox out of retirement. Wow. How about that, right? We got John Fox. That's a big deal now.
That's pretty persuasive. You're getting a lot of people in here. What's the secret?
The secret probably is the fact that the culture that you guys have here. Just talking to the players, talking to the guys, everybody has a tremendous amount of respect for you, the coaching staff, and everything that you have going on here, Coach. How do you manage those expectations? Because, you're a good football team, a solid football team, and everybody expects you guys to be in the mix, in the division. How do you manage those expectations and not let your team look too far ahead?
We just got to stay focused on the details, right?
Yeah.
Stay focused on the details, but definitely have a vision and definitely have a mindset. Like, we've been building this thing. Give Chris Ballard a lot of credit and his staff for how this team has been built. We've been knocking on the door a little bit, been here, one or two guys away. Made some great acquisitions this offseason. So we need to manage the expectations, but it's time to deliver.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. And, we're in that window, and I think our guys know that.
I'm fascinated by the sports science side of things. So what went into you guys deciding the 12 o'clock practice times with circadian rhythms? I love this. Tell me more.
We're getting deep into this stuff now.
Let's get in the weeds.
It's a big, everything matters, right? Everything matters. That's kind of one of our themes for training camp and for the season. And so sleep is a big deal. Sleep is a huge deal. And so, you know, we want to start practices later, let the guys sleep in a little bit. The circadian rhythm, I don't know, I'm not the scientist, but our sports science department is really emphatic about helping us set up a schedule where we're peaking at the right time of the day for the most times during the season.
Well, we got to keep you on schedule so you can make sure you keep the circadian rhythm going. We'll let you get out of here. Head coach Frank Reich joining us here on Inside Training Camp Live. Thank you so much. Good luck this season to your Colts. And Steve Weich, back out to you.
We all know what Colleen Wolf's fantasy football team